ACC Postgame Live presented by New York Life. We're joined by Jeff Capel, assistant coach for Duke. And you were just talking about the final 3 seconds, the missed free throw for North Carolina, and how important that was and how North Carolina set themselves up.
They did. I mean, I thought they executed the play perfectly. You know, when Britt was going up there, we knew he was going to miss. We put Emile in to have better rebounding. And, you know, you saw Paige kind of inching over before. And, you know, for them to execute that, to miss it perfectly where the ball came right off. And I thought our guys had a sense of urgency to at least get a piece of it and to knock it away. But it was a heck of a basketball game. Both teams competed really, really hard. Obviously, we have the utmost respect for North Carolina. I thought their kids were tremendous. We got off to a great start, and it looked like we had control, but you know, they showed a lot of pride and really came back, and they started getting in transition and started dominating us on the boards. Their post guys were great, and finally at the end we were able to get a few stops.
What changed with 3.5 minutes left? They were up 10. It seems like you guys found a way to turn it around.
You know, we've been in situations like this. You know, this season up at Virginia, you know, and one of the things Coach told our guys in the huddle at the under 4 timeout was, you know, this is going to be one of our best wins. We're going to figure out a way to win it. And to our guys' credit, it was them. It wasn't much that we did. It was them. And these young guys have figured out a way all year. And what's so impressive is that they've been able to do it in the moment. It doesn't have to wait till next game. They've been able to do it in the moment. And we were able to get some stops. We got some cooperation from North Carolina. They missed some free throws, turned it over. And so we were fortunate, but we made some plays.
Your freshman point guard, Tyus Jones, certainly seized the moment. An incredible performance again tonight. He seems to step up whenever you need him. You
know, he's an interesting kid. Obviously, he's very talented. Has a great feel for the position, which is really rare, especially for a young guy. But he has the ability to stay calm when there's chaos around. And his expression doesn't really change, and he's just able to make plays. And he made some huge plays for us tonight, some shots. You know, you look at his stat line, he had 7 assists. I think he had 6 rebounds. You know, really played a really good all-around game.
Jeff, I want to talk about, you know how difficult it is as a freshman to come into this rivalry. But just the composure of Young and Okafor together and how much I have to rely on them night in and night out. I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Well, you know from playing in it, you know, the first Duke-North Carolina game as a freshman, there's nothing that anyone can tell you that can prepare you for it. And you usually get tired pretty quickly because you're so excited. You can't sleep the night before. You're thinking about it. It's something you've dreamed about your whole life. You've watched it, and now you're here. The first game is usually always at 9, so you have to wait all day long.
A game like this, is there carryover? Do you worry that these guys are deflated? They've used up all their energy after this?
Yeah, you know, I don't. You know, I'd be interested to see what Antoine thinks. I know for me as a player, especially after the first one, you know, it was like you're exhausted. You're exhausted after the game, and there's a quick turnaround. It's a 9 o'clock game. It's after midnight. And we have a play at 4 o'clock against a very physical and really good team in Clemson. And so we hope it's not a letdown. And we're going to try to be smart with our recovery tomorrow and start mentally getting prepared for Clemson. We're not going to be able to do much of anything tomorrow physically. But our league is not forgiving. You know, you guys know that. Every team is really good. Every team is capable of beating anyone. And so you have to come out and be prepared, and you have to be smart about your preparation.
Hey, can I just ask a question real quick? This strategy about fouling when you're up 3, not everybody does it. Is this a new strategy? I can't remember you guys doing this before. I think you did it twice against Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken.
We did it against Florida State. We did it twice against Florida State. You know, I think what's happened, man, is that coaches watched all these games on TV, and teams haven't fouled. And it seems like all the games that he's watched or we've watched, they've hit a 3.
Yeah. Right.
And so even before Florida State, we come back and we talk, and you know, you got to foul in that situation. And so we were down at Florida State. I'm like, all right, like, are you going to take your own advice? And we did it, and it worked, and our guys executed it, and we did a really good job here tonight of executing it.
Well, Jeff Capel. You're 2-0 with it. It must be smart strategy.
That's right. It's working. Jeff Capel, assistant coach for Duke. Congratulations again on a great win tonight.
We are the official home for ACC basketball. For more great content like you've just watched, click one of these boxes. And to make sure you don't miss anything, click subscribe.